Okay, as I mentioned in the forum, I'm going to show you how to set up an insert on the DM3 via USB. And my intention is to use my iPad, a plugin from my iPad, a noise reduction plugin called Brusfri, to insert on channel 1 on my DM3. So first, I need to set the insert up. So I have channel 1 selected. Go to Insert. I have to select my inserts. Now, you could pick any number. I would stay away from USB 1 and 2 if you want to use your iPad to play back audio, say from like Spotify or something like that, because it'll automatically default to the first 2 channels. And also, if you want to record back to your iPad as well, it automatically defaults to those 2 channels. Unless you're using a DAW program to record, then you could set it. I use a simple program called, I'm sorry for my finger. I'm not great at videoing, so bear with me. I use a program called Twisted Wave, which is a 2-track program, so it automatically grabs USB 1 and 2. So for this application, I'm just going to pick, let's just pick USB 16 here. So I'm going to hit 16. Okay, that's my insert out patch. You see signal going into it. And I'm going to pick 16 here for my insert in patch. And as you can see, there's still no signal going to it because I have to set it up in the iPad. So now I'm going to use a program called AudioBus3. That's going to be the program where I can initialize the plugin that I'm looking to use. Okay, so remember we picked 16. So I'm going to go here to input. For this program, there's certain variables you could pick. You could pick audio units, apps. I want system because I'm looking to grab the Yamaha DM3. So I'm going to select 16. Now I want to select my plugin. So I'm going to go here. You would go to audio units for this program. And here's my Brusfri or Brusfri. I actually call it Brewski. It's just easier. And it's more enjoyable. And now we still don't see any signal on the return yet because I have to set the output. So now let's go here. We'll pick 16 as the output because that's what we set in the DM3. And now look, now you see signal going in and out of the DM3. Okay, let's go back here. We're going to go to this plugin. And I'm actually going to leave it disabled for now. I'm going to leave it off. So I don't know how good you're going to be able to hear this on the phone, but what I'll do is I'll also do a recording of the audio separately, so you can hear the difference of what the plugin does. It's actually really, really good. In case anyone's interested in the plugin. I have no affiliation with the company. I just came across it because I actually have a problem in my office when I do recordings off my PC, analog out of the headphone out. It has inherent noise, and this samples the noise and removes it and makes it a really solid recording, super clean. All right, so now there's 2 things we need to do. I have the plugin disabled right now. It's just in bypass mode, but it is going through the chain. I have to activate the insert. Okay, so now the insert is fully activated. I'm going to bring up the PA. I didn't really ring it out or anything, and we should be hearing some feedback. Sorry for you hear that. Check 1, 2. We got a little feedback here. Now, Brusfri isn't really a feedback a feedback rejector, but it does kind of work that way a little bit as well because it's sampling the noise in the room. All right, so now I'm going to use Brusfri to sample the noise. I'm going to leave the fader up. Press and hold learn. You release it to stop. You only need a few seconds. It's not enabled yet. That's why I'm still hearing all that ringing. There's a look ahead feature here. I recommend to disable the look ahead. That's on. I recommend to disable it because when you have it on, it creates a latency. So if you leave it off, there is still a latency. It's just in the plugin, but it's so slight you'll never notice it. Okay, let's turn it on. Check 1, 2, and you can hear it eliminated all that background noise. Super clean. Check 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's fantastic. I mean, for some of those really difficult situations, I know, like for me, doing a lot of corporate and government work. It's I get these rooms always that aren't conducive for sound. Normally, what we used to use, we use the Cedar DNS3, which is a popular broadcast tool. We have the hardware version that we've been using for years, but the Cedar can get a little tricky at times because of the algorithm, depending on how hard you go with it, with the bias and stuff. It could get a little washy, and if you have multiple speakers speaking to the microphone, if you don't have the proper gain, you definitely have to work with it. I mean, it's a great unit, great for sampling like HVAC noise and stuff like that for removal, but it's also $3,000. This plugin cost me $15. And to be able to use it with DM3, now that having auto mix and those panel discussions, it's a game changer. It saves me from having to bring in my DM7C, which has the dance, which is unbelievable. That's another godsend. I use that for really big events, that console. But now, if I have something a little smaller and I don't want to have to deal with bringing all that stuff in, I could bring this little guy in with auto mix and use this as an insert, this Brusfri, and it totally cleans it up. Once again, I'll disable it. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. You hear the noise, background ringing. Obviously, of course, I can ring this out, which I would do anyway. But the fact of the matter is, you would still get a lot of room noise if you're in a reverberant room. And this will, once I enable it, it totally cleans it up really tight. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I hope this was helpful, and I apologize if my video isn't the greatest. Like I said, it's not my forte. And if there's anything I missed, please don't hesitate to ask. Thanks.